Hey guys, it's Jason with Your Tech Explained, and today I've got the LG V30 courtesy of Verizon. Ever since the V series was released, I've always looked at it as LG's true flagship of the year, with the G series being more of the budget flagship. Come check out why this is the best LG has to offer. The bezels on the V30 have been slimmed way down to where you almost feel like all you are holding is a screen. The display is a 6-inch 18:9 Quad HD POLED panel with great brightness, color, contrast, and has HDR10 support. I have noticed a little bit of the black smearing issue like with other OLED screens, but it's not that bad unless at lower brightness levels. The back of the LG V30 is Gorilla Glass 5, same as the front, with fingerprint scanner, home button combo, and LG's recurring dual camera setup. Also, you won't have to worry about keeping the V30 away from water. Thanks to its IP68 certification, it is water resistant for up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. The V30 still sports a headphone jack, and it's one of its best features with a quad DAC for audio processing. Music sounds fantastic, and this is perfect for those of us who still use and want a headphone jack on their phone, like myself. If you need more space to hold all that music you'll be listening to, then no worries, because the V30 supports micro SD cards up to 256 gigabytes. LG software has always offered a lot of features, and most are welcomed additions, such as the double tap to wake, one-handed mode, an always-on display, and more. The one issue I've always had with their software is I'm not a fan of the design. Now for those of you who are a fan of the always-on top bar, it has been replaced with a floating software bar instead. I find this much more useful, because it can be positioned in a more convenient location to use, but still didn't find myself ever using it. An intermittent issue I ran into was stuttering performance. I didn't notice the overall lag I'm accustomed to with, say, the Samsung S8 models, but occasionally while playing games or even loading the home screen, I'd see performance stutter, which is a little disappointing on a phone with a Snapdragon 835 and 4GB of RAM. However, I guess that's just one of the trade-offs you make when you load up the phone with so many settings and features. The majority of the time it ran smoothly though. The camera is an area where the LG V series always shines. The V30 has a dual camera setup featuring a 16-megapixel camera with a staggering f1.6 aperture and optical image stabilization. The secondary 13-megapixel camera has an f1.9 aperture and unfortunately no optical image stabilization. Unlike the current trend, there is no portrait mode on the V30, and instead LG opts for a traditional and ultra-wide camera instead. The photos looked amazing with bright vivid colors and strong contrast that really made images pop. Low-light images had acceptable amounts of noise and nice detail, but could be a little on the dark side. My only other complaints were that many of the images had a slight yellow tint to them, and I wish the V30 could salvage more detail in the highlights. Besides my nitpicking though, the images were mostly great and I love using the ultra-wide camera so much. The front-facing camera is a 5-megapixel f2.2 shooter that also features an ultra-wide mode. I found that it did well in outdoor or in well-lit situations, but it struggled in lower light when compared to the competition. Another way the camera on the V30 stands out is all the thought LG puts into video recording. If you love taking videos on your phone and want the ultimate control, there is no better phone than the V30. It is packed full of professional video features and advanced audio recording settings that you'd expect from a video camera rather than a phone. Battery life on the V30 was about average, as I was seeing just barely 4 hours screen on time with my normal usage. However, LG provides the option of dropping the resolution in the settings, and this greatly extended the battery life to 5 hours of screen on time or more. It's worth noting that most recent Samsung phones come with the lower resolution set by default, but LG leaves the decision up to you to lower it for more battery life. One great thing is, when it comes time to charge up, you can do it wirelessly, thanks to the glass back. In the end, the LG V30 is the best phone LG has to offer in 2017, and one of the best overall phones of the year. The V series is often overlooked and forgotten, which is a shame because despite any of its flaws, it is still a really good phone. If you want a phone for video creation, then there is no better phone. For general use, there are many choices out there, and some are more affordable. It's up to you which one you want to buy, but the V30 should definitely be on your list for consideration. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe for more.